Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Try airdropping it to my photos instead. I accept it as a download. We're trying to do some troubleshooting because she's got some stuff to show you. But I'm going to say hi to the chat while she's working on that.
Hello, everyone, and happy Sunday. Welcome to the Survival Seeds live stream. Okay, that one worked.
Yeah. So now I need the other one.
It's great to see everyone again. Hi, Joe, fix it for you, and you closed the chat. Grace NYC. Oh, okay, yeah, you do it.
Hey, Joe, fix it for you, and Gail Southern Living. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you guys are having a great week. Dark Lord Menet and Troy Sutton, thank you so much for being there. Mr. Troy, I saw you got your mugs. They look wonderful. Thank you so much for supporting the collaboration. Hope you enjoy your mug. Demoose, thank you so much for being here. Hi. Robin Hood Homestead, great to see you. And Lorrie's World, hello. Andal Homestead and Suburban Homesteader, it's great to see both of you. Thank you so much for coming. And Bushcraft family.
Happy Sunday, everyone. It was weird out today. We had all sorts of weird weather.
Hey, Penny.
It was kind of blizzardy. But then when we went out to take care of the animals, it was teeny little bits of hail.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't have known it was hail because it looked like snow because it was so small.
Right.
But it was fast and it was coming down hard. It was not fun. It was weird. And now it's just snowing.
Hey, it all adds up. Miss Lorrie, thank you so much for being here.
I think it's pretty much slowed down snowing too.
Dee's Garden Adventures, thank you so Dee's Garden Adventures, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. I feel like I may have everyone. I can't see though. Hello, thank you so much for being here. And Lewis Acre Farm, Miss Karma, great to see you. And Miss Grace. Okay, I was wrong. There's more people. Woman Off Grid with Dog. Hey, thank you so much for being here. And Bunky and Sylvia, thank you guys so much for being here. Don Ray B, hi. Thrifty Endeavors and Adventures, thank you guys so much for coming in. I think I'm getting close. ER, thank you so much for being here.
Hey.
I'm trying to go through this quickly, so if I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Hey, Matt, My Alabama Farm Life. And Robin Hood Homestead. Okay, I got caught up. I did it. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here. We have a few updates to share with you before we bring everybody up. Do you want to talk a little bit about the sponsors? I got to pull something up. Okay, so you got to go to the website.
Yeah, hang on. But we wanted to say a huge thank you and shout out to all of the sponsors for Survival Seeds collaboration. We are so appreciative to all of the sponsors that we've gotten for the collaboration. We really wouldn't have been able to do the whole collaboration without everyone and everyone's help. I think I got it. Okay. So a big thank you to Rainbow Seeds for sending us the seeds that we are sending everyone as part of the collaboration. And thank you to our corporate sponsors, Freedom Reserve Cattle Company, Rainbow Seeds, Vineyard Chick Studios, X Pests. Thank you so much for sponsoring the collaboration. And to our membership sponsors, which is Vineyard Chicks, Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa, It All Adds Up, Lorrie, and Robin Hood Homestead, Bob Bland.
Wait. Sorry. That's not up.
Don't look. Don't look at the spoils.
There. Sorry.
She spoiled it.
I forgot.
And thank you to Ernie Hatmaker, our individual sponsor. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. We wouldn't be able to do the collaboration as well without all of you. So thank you, sponsors. And thank you to everyone who is participating in the collaboration.
It's not up yet, I don't think. Okay. Man, that took forever to figure out. So we also have some things to... That's the wrong one. We do have some other announcements to make regarding the merch. So enjoy that for a second. So I can't actually import GIFs. So we're just going directly from my computer.
We have a whole lot of new merch, including Survival Seeds hats that I have photoshopped onto a tomato. You should see it when I turn off the hat layer. He's just got balding pattern.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thank you so much, Miss Karma.
Thank you so much, Miss Karma. We really appreciate that.
There are 2 bouncing tomatoes on screen.
There are. So I'm just going to go back because this one's slightly less jolty.
Yes.
But we have new merch. Go check out survivalseedscollab.com and then click on the official merch page. I'm going to get Mr. Mickey's designs up tonight because I ran out of time because I had psych homework. But I'm going to get that up tonight. And then by next week, I will be able to show you guys his finished designs. And those are super cool. And I'm super excited to show you them. So if you haven't already, go support Critter Creek. He did another alternative logo for this year, and we can't wait for you guys to see it. How do you stop?
I have no idea, but he's
There.
just running away. We should do like a limited edition Survival Seeds t-shirt that doesn't have the tomato included because he escaped.
Thank you so much for dropping the link, Dark Lord Menet. Yay, I'm so glad you got it.
Oh, good. Good.
All right, so I think that was all the updates I had. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the co-hosts, Bushcraft Family and Lazy Days Ahead. I don't know why it does that. There we go.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
I like your hair.
Yeah, it's been real windy outside. I didn't even try it. And
It looks like that dude from Food Network when we were little.
I have no idea.
Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like that.
It's just we got 100-mile-an-hour winds going on over here right now. For I don't know why. Must be a front coming through. So I decided, I might as well just put on a hat.
Nice. Thank you so much, Gail Southern Living. We really appreciate you. I don't know why the thing didn't show up that time, but thank you so much. We really appreciate that. And thank you for all of your support. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're good. It's been real nice week here so far. We had some little rain, but all in all, it's been 50s, 60s, 70s.
Well, it was 70 something yesterday, and today it's
56.
Sweet.
So it's been up and down, but it's been actually really nice. Lisa's been able to get out and look at her garden and do some stuff. So, hey, I'm not complaining. As long as she's working, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. That does sound really nice.
I think, right? I think that's nice.
I like your background, Bushcraft.
Yes.
I don't know if Miss Ann's going to mention it when she comes up, but we do have another sponsor, and I'll let her provide that information. But we have another sponsor we need to tell you about.
Okay.
I was not aware of this. Wow.
So I'll let Miss Ann. I don't want to spill the one lonely bean you got sitting there not doing nothing. I'll let Miss Ann be the bean spiller. But no, this is an exciting one. I'm telling you, it's for the giveaways. You're just gonna love it.
Oh my gosh, that's
You're gonna
awesome.
love it. Yep. Yeah, it's on the same level as a brand new car. Okay, maybe not, but it's
Like a Hot Wheel.
pretty nice. It's pretty nice. But I want Miss Ann to tell it because she's the one that secured it. So I won't spill the bean.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Okay, I did.
Yeah, Charles got a waterfall. We can't hear you. You're muted.
I can hear you.
Okay.
It says
We
you're
can
muted,
hear.
but I can hear you.
Well, because you're the host.
Oh.
We can't hear you.
There you go.
I can see the mic moving whenever it goes.
I can hear you fine. I don't know why
Yeah,
it wasn't
weird.
showing
We
up.
could hear you, but it said you were muted. It's weird.
So sorry. I hope that wasn't my fault.
I see how it is.
Sorry.
But I got my channel back to where I can actually watch. I could upload videos and stuff. I just couldn't watch any videos.
That's weird.
Wow.
They still never told me what it was.
So Charles, is the garden that big that you need that much water?
This is an actual giant greenhouse.
Whoa.
I can see that.
Yeah. Well, let me go this way. There's
It's
actually
huge.
people down there walking around.
Wow.
And
That's
that
insane.
little walkway goes across there. There's like trees and everything there.
Huh.
I'd like to go to that, but
Planetary
I'll-
aquarium or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll settle for a background for now.
That's very cool. That is super cool.
It gets a little misty on my back though.
I can only imagine. How are your gardens and your aspect of the collaboration going?
Not too bad. I've been seeing little updates here and there. Everybody they'll show their oregano and stuff. And of course, it's still early for that stuff. So hopefully in the next month, we'll start seeing a lot more of it.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Where'd it go? Hey, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, thank you so much for being here. I couldn't figure out how to grab that for a sec. Yeah, tonight's guest is Master Gardener Sandy from Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. Check out her channel, and we can't wait to have them, to have her on the channel, or on the, what is this called? On the live stream again.
On the panel, yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the coordinators. Usually my transitions are better than this. I just cannot think of anything like cool to say.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
This ball. The cheerleaders. They're always an afterthought.
We forgot again.
Yay. That's okay. We forgive you. Trey has a whole lot of
for you, Trey.
We were supposed to order it like last week and then we forgot. So.
order it. Oh, honey, you just make it. These are paper towel holders. So, you know. I mean,
Yeah. And
make
this is just that
crepe
thin
paper.
tissue paper. Yeah.
Mm.
And I just cut it into strips and tied it together.
Little gift
That's all I
paper.
did.
Yeah.
So-
Lorrie,
I gotta make
Lorrie,
one.
Lorrie, you're just such the overachiever, you know?
She is. She seriously is.
Oh yeah, totally an overachiever. That's me. Woo!
I have taped my shirt up. I got my survival seeds 2025.
Oh, sweet.
That looks so good.
Nice.
I taped it up. I taped it up because
It's also doing the thing.
it's on.
It's
It's, on,
low. Yeah.
it's got a little added watermelon on there because it's on top of my belly.
Right. I tried to get in touch with them about that. They wanted to see how yours came, so I need to email them.
Oh well.
I'm glad you
Oh,
got
yeah,
it though.
give
The
me
color
that
looks good.
look.
Yeah.
It's down there, but
Microphone's in the way.
oh, that's how I like it.
Gorgeous.
Right. That's how I would have wanted it too. I don't understand.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna put the I have taped it up, so
Hey,
and I'll just,
clever.
I'll keep my arms down, maybe.
No cheering for you today, Anne.
I'll just do this. I'll be a Tyrannosaurus Rex or something.
Right.
So, Lorrie, would you mind if I go and talk a
Go
little?
right ahead. Go right ahead.
Is that okay with you girls?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. I'm so excited. Now, it's not a car. Thank you very much, Jesse, for telling me. So don't be disappointed. It's not exactly a car.
Darn,
But-
I
little
can't give a
savings.
car away.
Well, none of you have your driver's license yet, so it wouldn't do any good. Okay. You couldn't deliver
true.
it.
This is true.
But you can deliver this. Amirla has come back on board for our giveaways for the entire season.
Oh my
But wait,
gosh.
but wait, there's more. There's more. But wait, there's more.
There is more. For every month of the whole season, they're going to be donating 2 benches with the garden tools. So
Oh my
starting, oops, yay!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
That was appropriate, wasn't it? So the 2 benches coming with garden tools, and that will be every single month. And that is a Mirla gardening tool, everyone. And I'll provide a link for you girls, and
gosh.
also something that we'll be able to potentially give the audience a discount as well.
Oh my
They have
gosh.
a discount code if they
That's
decide to
so
order
cool.
something else. So I was just
So awesome, McCann.
Yeah, those
Thank you
videos
so
are really
much.
nice.
That's so cool.
I'm crazy about the girl that runs that company. She's just
Yay.
really super sweet, and her name is Winnie. And Winnie, if you're watching, thank you very much. We appreciate
Yes, thank you, Winnie. You're the best.
That's a lot of fun. And I have one that I use a lot, a bench, a garden bench. And you can flip it upside down to kneel on it, or you can flip it up to sit on it. And I have really enjoyed that a lot. So we have a lot of updates this week. Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Hold on. Before you start, while you were
Mine all the
talking, the alert box went off, and someone purchased some things off the Fourth Wall site, and it was Miss Karma. She got an apron, and I didn't check the notification yet, but I was trying to be nosy while you were talking because she ordered stuff. She got a mug and an apron. So thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I hope you enjoy that when you get it. Thank you so much.
Yay, that's precious.
And if you're interested in getting Survival Seeds merch, head over to survivalseedscollab.com.
Yes.
Is this
Yes,
I want them to do that. For sure. And so thank you, everybody. I mean, it always helps the channel. I mean,
Thank you.
you at least get a piece of it, right? When you get
For sure.
sell the merchandise.
Yeah, a little bit.
And I think we sort of catch a few pennies as it goes wandering by. We just
Yeah.
on merchandise. So, y'all, this is just taken off like a charm as far as
Really
all of our
has.
updates and things, and it's fabulous. I've enjoyed the shorts that are going on out there. A bunch of people are putting shorts out. Kathleen from My Alabama Farm Life put out a new short. Her sprouts are coming up like crazy. And I'm going, oh my gosh, I've got to get busy. I've got to get busy. I'm so jelly over her sprout. Because I've had Lisa's jelly, but I'm still, or Lisa's jam, but I'm still jelly, I can tell you. And
So good though.
Gail Southern Living has put out a bunch of shorts during this collaboration, but the latest one was about her grow light. And then she put out, two long videos, one from last week and one from this week. And so this week's video was talking about planting bugs. You don't plant bugs. I'm sorry, Gail. You know,
Already come planted.
they're already there.
Yeah, they're usually pretty free.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one. So buy them.
And Kathleen says she's got to cover up those sprouts tonight because it's supposed to go down in the 30s. I know the weather is very much off kilter, but she was planting plants around her things, and especially in her garden and in her garlic and onion bed to be able to help fight pests. And she was naming some of the other things. That woman took off her shoes and sat Indian style to do her planting. I was going, oh my gosh, my knees wouldn't be able to do that. Not one little bit. So she did great. And I really do appreciate it. She said she was hoping she planted her onion seeds from the collaboration. She was hoping she could tell the difference between onions and garlic. And one little clue, garlic leaves are flat and onion leaves or sprouts that come out are round, little tubular. They have some air in the middle of them. So Gail, that's for you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Hanging out in the garden, in Angel's garden, did her kumquat garden. She always has her kitties in her videos, and you can eat the whole doggone fruit, the whole kumquat. That's from Angel's, hanging out in Angel's garden. She's so funny and has just the best energy ever. Dee's Garden Adventures with Deanna showed us and talked to us about her cold weather worries, because we're all going through. It was 70 and then and now it's 50 and then it was 40. Not all of us, not you girls that have snow. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, where's the 70 weather?
Sorry about that, Charles. Sorry. That didn't count for you, but there she is. Lorrie came back. Good.
Mom
And-
was interrupting me.
Oh, gotcha. But she was inside. There were some plants that she was leaving inside. She didn't want to take outside yet because the weather's supposed to change. I mean, she's in Alabama as well, and she has really good growing plants that are growing like crazy. Her greenhouse is full, and she's concerned about this another polar vortex coming through and how she's going to protect her plants. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah.
Amy from Leonard Mountain Homestead put out a short, and she also, let's see if I could read my own handwriting. Oh, about the brochure from just got to get a little bit longer arms here. About the brochure for receiving her seeds, which is so awesome. Everybody gets, if you do an entry video, you get to have all of your seeds sent to you and a brochure of how to grow them. Also, she was showing her seed starts. That woman's labels are amazing in her video. I thought, oh my gosh, I've got to do something. And she was talking about the pins too and how good those pins were doing. And she was also sharing with us when you plant your seedlings in the little peat moss pots, which I'm not crazy about, but you can plant the whole pot in the ground if you want to. But the trick is to cut the bottom of it off when you put it in the ground. So go check out Amy at Leonard Mountain Homestead. And she was showing us the work that could be done around on her greenhouse and her little piggies and all her pig meat. So that was the updates. It was a lot for the southern region.
Yeah, we got a lot this week.
We did.
Um,
Fun. And I think I've covered everyone. If I missed somebody that's in the southern region of the United States, then please, when you put your videos out, if you'll tag me, then that helps me a lot. Gail did that. Amy did that. It was wonderful. Also, Deanna did that. So that was made it really, really good. So thanks. Sorry. That's it.
no worries.
That was awesome.
Yay, Southern region.
Go. Grow.
Grow.
Ms. Lorrie, did you have any on your end?
I did not have any update videos this week, and I didn't see any shorts this week. However, I have new people who are going to join.
Oh my God.
Yes, I have a new Canadian team that's going to join. They're actually my neighbors. They're in chat tonight. Their channel is called Old Farts.
Oh,
She's going to put it in the chat for us.
I'm going to find them.
I'm gonna pop their link in as well.
Cool.
Old Farts, Liz and Peter. She's the well.
Uh-oh.
You're freezing up a little
She's
bit.
had one we put out 7 years ago.
There she
So her entry video will be her first video in a long time.
Oh my
Her
gosh.
husband is a fabulous gardener, and so he'll do the gardening. She'll do most of the talking because she's the talker of the family. But yeah, so that's super exciting. I'm gonna help them. I hope put their video together this week for their entry video, and yeah, and then we'll have another Canadian set of farmers.
Hey, big
Awesome.
Woohoo! That's fabulous.
I'm so happy. I thought me and Charles were going to be the only two old farts on here.
Thank you, Jesse. I
More
appreciate
work now. Yep.
Hey, Sylvia. Yeah, you can definitely make shorts. Those definitely count as updates. We've had some entry videos that are shorts, and those are totally okay as well. I don't think we've sent you seeds from us. But if you make a short, which is totally fine, that you want to join and you talk for a little bit on it, we can send you your seeds if you use the form and give us your address. Or you can just email us. I try to keep everything in the form, but I can put it in manually. So if you email us, we can get some free seeds out to you, and then you can talk about those. If you have your own seeds, we can definitely watch the video anyway. But
You just have to submit it so that we see it.
Yeah.
And the form is on the website called
survivalseedscollab.com.
There we go. survivalseedscollab.com.
Thank you. So yeah, go check out Liz and Peter.
Yes, get
Also,
some subscribers. They only have 5, or they had 5 this morning.
Oh
When
my
I
goodness.
subscribed to them. So if we could get them a few subscribers. So that,
definitely.
like, you can't even find them in search yet. They have so few for subscribers. But
Oh, I'm going to have to. Here we go. I'm going to have to go to their channel right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull it up too.
So I'm number 8.
woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yay!
Form is, oops, I just opened it instead. Where'd it go? Form is here on the homepage. So yep. I gotta figure out how to get the index.html off of there.
Yeah, I will help you, Liz. We'll get that done this week
There we
sometime.
go.
There we
Number
go.
nine.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So
And we're getting a ton of info.
Are
in
we
the
still
chat.
getting the 10% off on rainbow seeds? If they
Absolutely.
wanna order? Okay, so you
I
might
got,
want to let
there was
them
just
know
a
that.
comment about it. Here it is. If you use code survival10, it's survival10. If you go to rainbowseeds.ca and you order your seeds at checkout, you can use a code survival10. I don't have a banner for it. If you
Oh,
use code survival 10,
not survival seeds.
yeah, it's survival10 at checkout. They will give you 10% off. Wow. They will give you 10% off your entire order. So go check out that company. They're a really good company. And go check that out.
Awesome.
Oh, it looks like Liz now has 2 because she has a hairless cat that she put a video up of today.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, she's adorable. She's only like a year old. So she's still
Oh
a
my
kitten.
gosh, a baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
she's
gonna put a
cute.
bunch of her kitten. Isn't she cute?
She's so cute. Oh my gosh.
And she's so soft.
Aww. Aw. Okay, I'm subbed, but there's no way for it to set to notifications. I've never heard
They
of that
don't have
before.
enough videos yet. I think they don't have enough videos, and they don't have enough
Oh.
subs yet for you to even turn on notifications yet. So once they get
Interesting.
some more subs in, you should be able to turn on the notifications. But yeah, when I subbed to them last night, I couldn't turn on notifications either. And
Interesting.
I'm
I never
assuming-
noticed that.
That's actually on their end. There's some features that they have to enable.
Oh, okay, so I'll have to sit down with Liz and we'll go through
Yeah.
all the features and get her all set up and all
There we
that kind of stuff.
go. It's good to have a good friend.
Yeah.
Miss Ann, which number were you when you subbed?
Number 8.
Okay, good. I'm number 22.
Woohoo!
No, I'm just
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think they only need
I'm
3
number
more.
18. No, I'm
Fabulous.
17. I'm sorry. I'm number 17.
Oh,
I was wishful
you're
thinking.
awesome.
Excellent. Excellent.
I can't open
These
it because it's not logged in. Can you do it?
These are the kind of channels I like to sub to because I don't, I can watch all their videos real quick.
We can catch
Hey,
up.
I
Yes,
did. I won't be so far behind.
Right.
We can catch up. That's right.
You can
Okay.
catch up with them in like 3.5 minutes.
That's right.
Right.
Now, Trey, did you have
Hey, Be Charming. Thanks so much for being here.
Trey? Did you
Yeah.
have some updates, honey?
Yes, she
I
does.
did.
I'm pretty sure you did.
I did. Hang on. We got Robert Bates back. He's put up a video and an entry video. So he was our only entry video this week, and he is in the collaboration now, which is super exciting to have him
Yay.
back.
Cool.
And then we had a video from Robin Hood Homestead. Sorry, I lost the name for a second. And he had an update video again, and that was a really great video showing off their plants and what they've got growing. And then it all adds up. Ms. Lorrie submitted multiple videos. I think she had like 5 or 6 videos that she put up this week alone. But anyways, their plants are growing really, really well, and her seedlings are getting pretty tall. Our seedlings have barely just started, and hers are starting to get pretty big. So it's super cool to see that. And yeah, great job. You put up a whole lot of videos this week, which is
great.
awesome.
And they're fun to watch too.
They are.
And then I think that's all we saw. It's harder to find the ones that aren't in the form, but we did look. So if we missed you,
and-
just let us know.
Yeah, so there is a couple. There's a couple. There was one from Women Off Grid with Dog that put one out on the 9th.
Oh.
And then there was another one by who was it? Alco Adventures. I think she's in New Jersey.
Alco. Mm-hmm.
Alco Adventures put one up. And then Robin Hood Homestead Bob. Oh, by the way, Robin Hood Homestead Bob, it's Survival Seeds 2025 all together. Hashtag Survival Seeds 2020. No spaces. Okay, this is the second time you've done that. All right, now I'm gonna call you out again. No, it just took me forever to find your video. But or you know what, you can always tag each one of us in the collaboration at our channel.
You take care of her.
Okay.
With Women Off Grid with Dog, are you talking about the one where she got her mug?
Okay. Thank you, Lord. So I'm sorry. Ask your question again. I'm sorry.
You said Women Off Grid with Dog. Are you talking about the video where she got her mug?
Yeah, that was the one she got her mug.
Okay.
I
We
think you
talked about that
mentioned
one
it.
last week.
You said, yeah, but you also talked about it earlier in the chat when you said something about, unless it was somebody else.
Yeah, I brought it back up because she has her mug, and it's
But
a
she
really good
officially-
example if you'd like to see the mug.
Right, but she officially put that up in this week's list, so that's an update for her
Okay.
because it came out on the 9th.
Gotcha.
And that's it. That's it.
Awesome.
And all the other ones have been covered.
There's two
Okay.
people in the chat that say they want to do their entry video in the next
Yes.
week or so, which is so fun.
Awesome.
Yay! There'll be 3 more.
Yeah,
If you're
the
gonna do
7
your-
seed is going to be cool. I did want to say that the 7 seed is not mandatory. So if you're trying to come up with one and you can't figure one out, it's totally okay too.
It's not mandatory. It can be woman-tory, but not mandatory.
Only one or the other, though.
Yeah, one or the other.
Bum bum bum.
Right. Yeah. What is that sound you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be a big groan.
And if you put out an entry video, make sure you're not coming in there on the backside, the exit, because we won't see it.
Yes, you just now if you are doing an entry video, as the girls will tell you, and we also have it up here in the chat, survivalseedscollab.com, and that if I can do it, trust me, you guys can do it, because I'm so technically challenged, it's not even funny. But you make your video, upload it to YouTube, and then copy that link and put it and send it in through that website under the update section or under the entry section.
Right.
And then if you have a new update, you put it in under the update section, and then you decide whether it's a short or a long. It's really easy. And if you need some help, just let them know.
Yeah, just email us. I usually have the email open, so we'll usually see it pretty quickly.
Thank you, Dark.
So we forgot one. You forgot one channel. It's the most important one.
Ta-da,
Oh,
Trie's Designs put a video out.
Oh yeah.
He put out a short on how the little animations are made.
That's
This thing
right.
is
Go check it out.
Go
It's
check it
very
out.
cute.
Yeah. So
This little
congratulations
thing all the
to
way over
that
there
new
in the
channel.
top right corner.
Yeah.
I don't have the overlay, so I can't make it bigger. But if you want to see how she made that, go check it out.
I think
Check
it
it
was
out. She needs the
It
watch
was-
hour.
It was adorable.
Also,
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Miss Karma, you can definitely do your urban regular entry video together. We've already had a few people who did that.
Just when you submit the form, make sure you say that it.
Yeah, make
did
sure you
do
say that it's in the
herb-
same video.
herb and vegetable.
We usually ask that they're separate videos for simplicity, but if you let us know in the form or you email us, that's totally fine too.
Plus, if you do 2 separate videos, it counts as 2 entries for the giveaway. Just saying.
Exactly.
For the
Yeah.
end of the month. Woohoo!
But if you want to just have one entry, just do one video. That's fine.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll get people who don't want to be part of the herbal collaboration or who don't want to be part of the vegetable collaboration. So you just have to let us know which seeds you want. And so that's why they were originally supposed to be separate, but it's totally okay either way.
And if I was you, Carmen, with as many prizes we're giving away and the new car that Miss Ann's giving away, you just never know.
Yeah, that new car. I'm coming for you. Coming for you, mister. That's true. And as far as entry videos, it is not too late. You can still enter. And if you just want to be a part of it and be a part of the giveaway, the big thing that you can do is support all of us. Go to the playlist and see hashtag Survival Seeds 2025 on VC Family Homestead or on YouTube. Comment on the videos, and there will be comment pickers from comments that are picked from different videos to be able to give prizes to. And there's hashtag prizes as well. So everybody can have a chance to win something. Yes, they can all have a chance to win something. That's right.
And the prizes are fabulous.
Really awesome.
Yeah.
Stuff that we all want.
Yeah.
Like a hori Lorrie knife.
Like a hori Lorrie knife. Yes, absolutely. We need one.
So I'm looking so forward to seeing Sandy from Suburban
Oh,
Homestead in Arizona.
Yeah, very excited about that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're so excited that you're entering. So excited to see how you do. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Miss Sandy. And then I got to figure out how to reorder this. Give me 2 seconds.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
How
I'm gonna
are
have-
you,
I
Sam?
had this figured out last week. How did I do it?
It's good.
Oops.
Let's switch it.
There we go.
There we go.
I was trying to figure it out for the interview segment.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Well, no, I have that setting for when we start the interview. We're good.
Oh,
We're good right now.
okay.
I didn't know I was going to make the change actively. I will get used to this eventually.
So how are you
Yeah.
doing, Miss Sandy?
I am good. Thank you. It is nice and sunny and warm in Arizona
Great.
right now.
Oh,
And back home, it's about 65 degrees difference.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not nice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Looks like Sandy's picture is froze.
Yes.
Is
At
it?
least it froze. in
Yeah, a little bit.
A good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're smiling.
Is
It could be
is
much
still
worse.
Your video is
still frozen?
frozen. Your video
It's
is
a good
frozen,
picture.
but it's a beautiful smile. It's a
Yeah, you're smiling. It looks great.
It's a really,
Thank you.
really nice picture.
Oh,
Most-
because it's I don't know. I can see me move.
Oh, no. We can hear you great, though. How are you doing?
Do you want me to go out and come back in?
You can try that if you'd like. I'm good either way.
Okay, just a second. Let me go.
Okay.
Let me leave you, and I will be right back in.
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
You could have get stuck like this.
Every
I've done
time.
that.
Right?
I've never
Yeah,
not
we've had
had
that.
it totally humiliating for 10 minutes.
Every
They're
time.
usually awful.
Yes. Every time you have your finger in your nose or something. It's just really
Right?
terrible. Terrible. The worst picture. There
There
she
she is.
is.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hello.
Yeah, we can see you now. It's great.
That's just so
Oh,
weird.
no. How are you doing?
I'm good. I was picking limes today because I've been juicing limes to put in the freezer so I can bring them back to Wyoming. And I watered gardens, and it was a good day.
That's awesome. That's so good to hear. Okay, I got to figure out how to do this again. Where'd it go? Okay. I sent you a list of questions earlier, and you don't have to answer them in the order, but I did want to start with the first question. You are, and like for anyone who follows you or like knows your channel name, you are located in 2 different locations throughout the year. And how different are they from each other? Like, does that impact anything?
They're probably as different as you can get. Half the year I'm in Wyoming, and I'm in the very northeastern corner. Right now I'm in Arizona, and I'm in about the most southern western corner of Arizona. And Wyoming, I have total clay. In Arizona, I have basically sandy loam. So it is completely different. Can I grow a lot of the same crops? Yes, but differently. And Wyoming is a zone 4 where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona is, depending on who you talk to, zone 11. So
Oh my
it's a lot of difference
Yeah.
when you think about the whole growing season.
Okay, this should fix it. Sorry, there's a shrub in front of Mr. Jesse's face, and I was trying to fix it. He's just totally gone. But yeah, that's so cool. So you stay in Arizona when it gets cold, right?
Correct. Right. So
Okay.
I basically have 2 gardens a season,
Wow.
which really changes the whole dynamics of gardening. Where
Right.
I used to have to can so many things so that it would go through the whole year. Now I can grow a lot of those same things down in Arizona, so I have fresh vegetables both places.
Sorry, my audio keeps cutting out. I can't hear anything.
Jesse is muted.
He knows. He's doing it on purpose.
What happened? I don't understand. Something played. I don't know what played.
And another thing,
We can hear you, Kayla.
we can hear you, Kayla.
No. Miss Sandy was talking and I couldn't hear her. I think my headphones are dying.
Did you mute her too?
No, I
No.
muted myself because then something else started playing and I couldn't figure out what it was.
So, Sandy, you are a busy beaver during the year, both times of year, in the summer and the winter. You're busy in the winter growing in Arizona and in the summer in Wyoming. I think that's amazing. What crops can you grow in both areas? Do you know?
Well, like right now, I have potatoes that are probably about 4 inches tall right now. I have broccoli, strawberries, tomatoes, peppers, a lot of just the regular vegetables that you grow, Swiss chard, eggplants, things like that. You can grow in both places.
Okay.
And you're just starting them and planting them at different times of the year, because in Arizona, if you lived here all year round, the summers are so hot in Yuma, yet average 110 every single day.
Oh,
That's difficult to grow regular plants without covers. But in the
Right.
wintertime, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think you've already answered some of these questions already, but are there certain plants that you can grow without problems in both areas, or do you do plant transfers where you just take it from one and put it in the other?
Well, in Wyoming, I might have slugs. In Arizona, I have never seen a slug. Now, there may be certain places that have them, but where I live, the soil is very warm, very dry, and so I don't have that. In fact, where I live in Arizona, in Yuma, we basically don't really have bugs. I mean, I have a few spiders. I don't hardly have any flies. I've never seen an aphid. But I know that they're here. I just happen in my yard, I just don't have those.
wow.
So that makes it easier. And if I don't water my whole garden, I just water specific places in Arizona, I don't
Right.
have weeds coming up all over. Where in
Interesting.
Wyoming, I water and I got weeds coming up every place
Everywhere.
that it might have a drop of water.
Mhm.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
It does make it easier to garden down here. But like there are some things, other things that I could grow both places. There are a few apples that would grow in Yuma, grapes, peaches, nectarines, things like that. But because I don't come down until the fall, my neighbors would be always eating them and I
Oh,
would not get those. And so I just choose not to grow those.
Mm.
Selfish gardener, sorry.
Yeah.
And I would rather just grow citrus because that gets ready in the middle of winter.
right. That's super cool.
So you're against community gardening.
I'm not, because I have a community garden plots back home. But the whole idea of all the work you do, all the watering, because we dug systems so that we have water
Mhm.
to all
Right.
of our trees. And I mean, I really go back and forth, but I just can't do it when I'm not going to get the benefit of that tree. I'd rather plant something that I could. I know,
Right.
terrible, terrible.
No, I agree, 100%.
That's
Yeah,
okay. We still
definitely.
love you. We still love you, Sandy.
That's smart. It's not terrible. It's smart.
So do you grow most of your plants like that aren't trees in Wyoming, or do you do a bit of both?
Um, I grow a lot of things myself from seed. But honestly, I'm not opposed to buying something from a farmer's market, a seedling from a farmer's market or somebody that's growing it in my area. And sometimes our lives are busy. So why
Right.
not take advantage of that, you know?
Right, definitely.
And sometimes you don't have space to grow all the different things that you want to grow. So why not benefit somebody else that is trying to make a little business out of that? They've grown those seeds in your area. They're strong. Um, I don't find a problem with that at all.
Yeah,
Nice.
especially if you're supporting local. If you're
Right,
supporting
definitely.
Right.
And they're already like accustomed to your environment and everything.
Yeah.
Right. And a lot of the people that I have bought in Wyoming, especially, they have saved those seeds each year. And they do become acclimated to that area. It's just like when I buy a lot of seeds, I would rather buy seeds for my Wyoming garden from a company that is in the north.
Mm.
Just
Right.
because I know that they're growing those, and so they're more acclimated to my area. And I
Right.
just find it more successful.
Hey, High Country Homestead. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. I also wanted to ask where to go. My notes went away. So when you do start some things from seed, how do you time them? Like, do you just base it on your zone, or like, what is your process with that?
Well, a lot of it is based on my zone. Because like in Wyoming, I'm starting most of my seeds in March and April, just because I don't come home until the end of March or the first part of April, depending on the year.
Right.
And where I used to start things earlier, when I just lived in Wyoming, but in a lot of ways, it has worked out better just because I'm not planting them quite as early, where we might have a frost, because Wyoming is very prone to frost in the late spring.
Right.
And then anything I want to bring down to Arizona, depending on the vegetable, I'll start mostly in September.
Mm.
And Joe has to drag all those things with me so that I can bring them down. And I mean, there are some nurseries that have seedlings because there's a lot of snowbirds down here, but you can't get your specific kind that you want.
Mm.
Right.
And my brother and I, my brother is a great gardener too in South Dakota, we have done many testings on tomato plants. And so for several years, what we did was we would save the seeds from the very first ripe tomatoes of those specific tomatoes, and the very last ones. And those were the seeds that we saved. And what we found after a couple years is that we had more ripe tomatoes for longer, about two and a half weeks longer. So they would ripen earlier, they would last longer in the fall. And I thought, what a way to make your seeds acclimate to your region.
Right, definitely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Trying to figure out. Someone in the chat had a question. I thought about doing the survival seeds challenge, but we are in midsummer now. And the response, yeah, definitely. Because there are some things that can grow well into fall. We have other people in Australia who are part of the collaboration. They haven't planted yet because it's in the kick of summer. So I think Miss Tracy may end up doing it in her fall. I'm not really sure. But I should probably ask her. And Miss Sandy, why do you think it's important to know your growing zone?
Well, the number one question that people across America ask a master gardener is, when should I plant this plant? And I think you have to know a few things before you answer that question. You know, you have to know where they're planting it. Is it bare root? Is it from seed? Is it a plant that you've hardened off? You have to ask some questions first. But I think that if you ask some questions about the soils and the waters, things like that, you can give a better answer to questions to people that people ask you. And I just find that I always tell people you should walk around your yard all the time. You should see how that sun moves throughout the entire year. And you have to have a notebook because you think you're going to remember. That's not true. Nobody remembers, you know? So, one of the other things I would tell people is always to do a soil test. I don't know if you guys have done soil tests before in your gardens.
We did a soil test, but not in our raised beds, just for the climate that we have. Because we were trying to figure out what would grow well.
Yeah, because that can make a difference on how your plant will thrive.
Right.
And I think if you're going through all the trouble of, and nurture of that plant, you want to place it in your yard, the best place for it.
Right.
Like, I love microclimates. And there are places in my yard, even though I'm a zone 4 in Wyoming, that I can grow a zone 5. If I cover it in the wintertime, even some 6s, that a plant that would only go for zone 6. So
Right.
there's ways to get around so that you can plant a lot of things that you don't think you can plant. The hardest thing I have is if I want to grow a zone 2 plant in Wyoming, is because some winters I don't have enough chill hours, and so that plant won't survive.
Wow.
And I think people don't really realize that. They go, oh, it's a zone 2 lower than I am, I can easily grow that. But that's not really true.
Right.
Because a lot of plants have to have a certain amount of chill hours.
I can't imagine that Wyoming wouldn't have enough chill hours. It's like really cold there.
Yeah, but there are winters that, -10 might be the coldest that we get, all winter. And a zone 2, they're looking at -20 for, it's not just one day, it's a certain amount of hours that it has to be that.
Right.
It's just like in Arizona, I can grow an apple tree that's called an Ann, just like Ann.
It must be a special apple tree.
But I can't grow my regular apple trees here because there's not enough chill hours. There's not enough days that are under 42 degrees, enough hours. I shouldn't say days because it's amount of hours. And so there's things you can grow and things you can't grow. That probably went way off your question. I'm sorry.
No worries. No, that was great. For anyone in chat who doesn't know, Miss Sandy is a master gardener, and she has some really great videos on her garden, and I highly encourage you to check her out because she's a really great channel. Miss Grace wants to know, how much is a soil test?
Well, most of the time, if you have an extension office in your town or your county, you can go pick up the information and the bag. It depends on where you're getting the soil test done. It should probably cost you anywhere from $25 to probably $40. And when you do a soil test, there are some things to know. You can't just go into your garden and do a shovel of dirt and put 2 cups in that bag. That will not give you a true soil test. So what you really want to do is take a spade and you drive that into your soil, pull the handle and just scoop a little bit of that soil behind it. And do that about 12 places in your garden. You're going to mix all that dirt together. You're going to spread it out so it dries because you don't want it wet when it gets sent in. And you need just 2 cups. And that goes in the baggie. It goes to the lab. And you can ask them, you can tell them, like, I want to grow pumpkins, in this area. And they will give you more of an idea of what you may need in that soil. If you don't give them more information, they're just going to give you a generic. This is how much nitrogen, this is how much phosphorus, all the different minerals and micronutrients that you have.
Right.
Would you do the same thing for raised beds?
Well, the raised beds can be different, just because if you bought soil yourself, in just bags, it can be different. But what I would do, because I have a lot of raised beds, I would do the same 12 different holes in a combination of all the raised beds. And that will give you a better overall decision on what to add to your beds.
Interesting.
Especially if you get it by the truckload.
Right. Yeah, because people that are doing raised beds a lot of times will get it by the truckload.
Yeah, we do. We get a load of compost every spring and put it on top of our raised beds and kind of lasagna it in.
Yeah, you just have to be careful when you add anything to your dirt, your soil, because every fertilizer is a type of salt. If you add Epsom salt, you're adding more salt. And at first, it doesn't really matter, but it can get to the point that your soil is toxic to your plants. And the plant comes up beautifully, and then all of a sudden it dies. You've watered it the same, the sun has been the same, but it's all of a sudden all these plants are dying. More than likely, you have too much of something. Like a lot of fertilizers are NKP. It can only absorb so much.
Right.
To fix it, you'd probably have to let it sit for a year and just water and water and water and wash some of that salt out of there.
Right.
Wow. And so I have a question on the soil samples I did that one time, but then I wasn't plant specific or crop specific. So it said I had this much nitrogen and this much phosphorus and so forth and so on. Well, then I had to research every single thing that I wanted to plant and which was the best spot for them to go. And, it wasn't exactly the most helpful thing for me to do that. And so is it better to ask like I could ask my extension agent. We do have an extension agency here. I could ask them what it means and which would be the best plants to grow in that particular type of soil. Is that right?
Well, that's true. A lot of times at an extension office, you'll have a horticulture coordinator that has actually gone to college for horticulture. That's a question to ask because not all horticulture coordinators have gone to college for horticulture. They just got the job because they knew somebody.
True.
But a lot of times they have worked with the lab. And so they understand what that form that you're getting back is really telling you.
Right.
But I always tell people when you send that sample in, if you're just having a regular garden with a variety of vegetables, just tell them that.
Okay.
And then it's much easier. You should probably do a soil test probably at least every 4 or 5 years. Just because you're adding compost and you're adding leaves and mulch and all this stuff, and it can change it a little bit.
Sure.
Can it be an open book test?
Sometimes it should be.
Good. Then I think mine would do okay then.
Yeah, a lot of times you can tell a lot about your soil. Like if you grow cabbages, regular cabbages, and they have tinges of purple in the leaves, you probably have a lot of high pH in there, because your pH can change the colors. You know, we're not planting a red cabbage or a purple cabbage. We're planting a regular cabbage, and you can see those hints of colors. Now, purple in tomatoes is a lot of times it doesn't have the nutrients it needs. So you just have to know your plants, but cabbage is a good tool.
Hey, Michael's Adventures, thank you so much for being here. And also, there's someone else. Little Frenchie in Big Texas. Hey, great to see you.
Oh, man.
Okay, I think that was it. So once you have your soil test, like if you were talking to a new gardener and they knew their zone and they kind of knew what they were supposed to plant, what would you recommend them the first thing that they grow? What would that be?
Well, I guess I would have to ask them a few more questions before I recommend it, because I need to know how much sun that garden space is going to have. A garden space really needs at least 6 hours of sunshine. If it has more, that's better. But, just depending on your trees, where your house is, outbuildings, sometimes that can shade it so that it's only getting enough sun in parts of it. So I think you have to think about that. I think I want to know what their goals are, because are they trying to feed their whole family for the whole year? Are they just trying to experiment? They just want a few tomatoes, things like that. If they only have a certain amount of space, I might answer that question differently than if they have a big garden. So really, the more you talk to somebody before you answer the question, I think you can get a lot more answers. Now, things that are pretty easy to grow, that most people can grow: radishes, tomatoes. Peppers in Wyoming is really hit and miss. It just depends on how warm our nights are. Some summers, I got pepper plants that are 3 feet tall. They're filled with peppers. But if we have a cool summer that the nights are cool, even if the days are warm, my pepper plants don't grow that way.
Right.
So you have to ask a lot of questions. And so as a new gardener, I think you should be asking yourself a lot of questions. I would talk to neighbors. It's your first garden. You want to know what to grow. Talk to the people that live right by you. They probably have similar soil. They know what the sun, they know how much rain you're going to get. And they'll tell you, oh, this is a really good thing to grow. And other ones will say, yeah, you have a hard time growing that.
Sandy, it sounds like you're a master gardener shrink. That's what it sounds like.
She's wonderful.
You ask a lot of questions. Now, the people that come talk to you about gardening, do they have to lay on a couch and, well, I see I have 4 acres and got no tree, but I got a lot of running water and
Well, when we first bought our house back in Wyoming, there was no weeds, there were no trees, there was no grass. It had the house, and that was all. A few weeds once, a few places. And I went to the extension office because I had come from South Dakota where it was growing different. It's only 2 hours away, and it was still growing differently. The soils were different. And she said, plant your trees first, worry about your garden next year. And it was great advice. because then I could picture in my mind, okay, this tree is this small right now, but eventually it's going to be 20 feet wide and 40 feet tall. How's the sun going to affect my garden? And so then I
Yeah.
could decide where my garden should be.
Right.
Very
Great advice.
smart.
You know, you want people to be successful. You want a community that's really engaged. So find those gardeners by you. Talk to your extension agent. A lot of times there's master gardener programs. There's like we have seed libraries where you can get free seeds. Anybody can go in and get free seeds, so you don't even have to buy them. And when we purchase those as master gardeners, we try to order in seeds that are for our area, our zone, so that people are successful. Because I think it's important, and that's one of the reasons why I think the collaboration is so fun, because you're having the same seeds all over the North America and in Australia, and I think you have a few in Europe, if I'm correct.
We have one in Europe and a few in Canada.
Okay. So people can see through these videos the same seeds growing in different areas. And then they can see, okay, it's really successful here. So maybe not that seed so successful someplace else, but what can they do to make that seed prosperous? You know, it's going to do what you want it to do. And so that's why the collaboration is just so amazing when you got all of these people growing exactly the same thing. That's like being a social scientist.
Right.
It is. That's the
Because
fun part for me.
yeah, because you will learn so much from all their videos, and everybody has tricks. They have, things that they do that you probably haven't thought about, but you watch their videos and it's like, oh, I could try that. I could do that.
Right. And and that's like one of the biggest things about the collaboration. It's just, oh, thank you so much, Hi Alamo. Someone just put a trucker hat. Hope you enjoy that. It goes off in my earbuds when I get distracted. But that is one of the best things about the collaboration, in my opinion, because you see how people do things differently to grow the same plant, but successful in their own way. And so like the timing is different from everyone, and like everyone has different methods. Like we have to do heating pads. Some people don't have to do heating pads. Like for onions, like that was all over the place because like most people in the South couldn't even grow the onions that we sent because they were long day onions.
Yeah,
so that's a change.
Which is weird.
It's things that people begin to understand. And I mean, you girls are all of you guys are all about food security. And how can I be food secure from my garden? Now, can I grow everything? No. One, I don't have enough space, but I tell you, in my little place in Arizona now, we now have 16 different fruit trees.
Oh my gosh.
From citrus to bananas, we have figs. And
wow.
Up in Wyoming, I have about a third of an acre, and I have more than 200 trees.
On a third of an acre, y'all.
Because I don't
so cool.
Get so big. I'm willing to prune. Some people are afraid to prune. I'm not. You can make
it's important.
It is. And the reason why I know it's successful is because I was at a university in Oregon. It's outside of Portland, and they have the great big trees, the great big fruit trees, all kinds of stuff. And then they had this area, and they had apple trees that were no more than 4 feet tall, and some of them were 20 years old.
Wow.
And these gnarly branches were just covered with apples. And I thought, I can do that in Wyoming. And so I am. I have a lot of trees.
All your
That's so
trees,
cool.
are they in ground or are they like potted?
Nope, they're all in ground.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And how large is your area in Arizona?
Oh, wow. It's not really very big. It's probably about 60 feet wide and maybe 75 feet long.
And you have how many
citrus?
16. Well, I have 16 trees total. I have 3 bananas, 2 figs, and all the rest of them are different types of citrus. And those ones I won't let get taller than probably 8 feet tall.
Wow. So it's about the size of a normal neighborhood, neighborhood lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have our little house in our driveway and, you
Yeah.
know, our area for a fire pit, that kind of stuff. And,
That's so cool.
but
That is super cool.
anybody can do it. I love watching videos on what they call dashas. They're in Russia. And they're like summer places that the Russians leave the big city and they have a little tiny house and the rest of it is garden. They either have fruit trees or, it's just packed with food. And we need to do that.
Yeah.
You need to be able to say, okay, I can have this food security. I can do this and I can have an abundance that I can share with other people.
There you go.
I haven't seen any new questions in the chat. Hi, Sally. Thank you so much for coming in.
I have a question that goes back to the soil testing. What do you think of those little soil test kits that you can buy and use at home?
Well, you can buy them probably at any box store, Walmart, any place. They have them. And they will give you a certain amount of information. It can help you with what your pH is because the little strip will change colors.
Right.
It can tell you if you have more clay or more sand. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. And in fact, if that's all you can afford, do that, because you can get them for a few dollars.
Yeah.
But if every few years, even say every 5 years, if you can do a soil test, I just think it can give you more information. And information is key to being successful.
Right. Absolutely. Thank you.
I've got a link shared. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm going to look into that after we're out of here. And that kind of goes back to the point on like watching how other people grow different things because like it's so different from like local to a few states away.
Right. And there's some great videos of people in Japan and in China that are very rural and they are just growing. They'll grow on steep hills. How can you do it? And it just shows you how that they have done that. Because in my yard, the back hill goes very steep. And so we've terraced half of it. And I have a lot of fruit trees. And then I have a food forest on the other that has just trees, fruit trees and nut trees and berries and anything I can put on there. And Joe was always saying, well, you don't have any more room. And I said, yeah, that's never going to be true. There is always room for one more plant. And if you don't have space, you can grow it on your balcony, on your patio. I remember watching Lead Farmer. Is it 93, Ann?
Lead Farmer 73.
73. And he did a challenge one year of what you could grow in like this 4x4 concrete space. And I thought, I'm going to try that. And I had 5-gallon buckets and I just grew all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
So I think people sometimes limit themselves. They have kind of a blockage that I can't do that. But you can. You can grow so many things inside and outside. Grow it inside in hydroponics.
Right.
You never hardly have bugs then.
Gnats. I get gnats.
I do have gnats. Yes. Yeah. Lots and lots of gnats. I'm sorry.
No, sorry.
We had challenged the MIG grow off one time with Lead Farmer and all that crowd. And it was whatever you could grow in a 5-gallon bucket. And what team work together the best and all these kinds of things. And that was the first time that I actually realized that I could grow inside my home in the winter. Because I was
Right.
so new at it, I only thought we only had like a spring summer garden. At the end, our garden ended, and I never had a fall winter garden before. But to be able to grow in the winter was so empowering to me to
Yes.
learn a new skill and go, I could eat all year round on fresh things that I grow in the
Uh-huh.
winter.
Yeah.
So
And Miss Ann, I remember I first started watching your channel. I remember you doing a come salsa with me in a different
that's,
kind of container. Yeah, that was
that's
your
right. Yeah,
your
that was from
collab.
Bake a
Yeah,
Leg and Let's Dig It. She had a
yeah,
salsa garden
salsa with me.
challenge. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not one I particularly, and I don't know how you are, Sandy, but I'm more of a order, give everything its own space kind of person. And see, you're not, because you have the food forest, and he goes, "There's no more room," and you go, "That never will be true." So, and
Yeah, I
difference
yeah,
in brains.
you're right, because some people are very straight road. There is nothing wrong with that. I just I like things crammed together. I'm okay with some parts of my yard being wild, messy. I think it's okay, you know. Um,
And it is.
it is, it is, and you'll be surprised at even in those crazy areas what will actually grow. But it gives habitat to little rodents. It'll grow things that the natives will come in, and every time you add that to your garden, it's a whole nother layer of success. You
Right.
know, some people are afraid of, oh, I might have a little mouse. Well, I have mice in there. I used to have chipmunks, but I have so many garter snakes. I think they were eating all my chipmunks. And but I mean, we have spiders and just all kinds of stuff. We have so many birds. And why not grow some of that stuff for them too? I, I
Right.
think I think it's an ecosystem that you want, not just a garden. Because I
Right.
think you're successful, and the the microorganisms and the all the things in your soil are just as important as the vegetables that you grow up above.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so
I mean,
Sandy, you're considered a master gardener. So for the people that are in the chat, most of those folks, including myself, we're not master gardeners. So is there anything or a plant or a fruit tree or something that as a master gardener that you've had no success in growing?
Um, honestly, um, my hardest thing, which doesn't even make any sense at all, is I have such a hard time growing loofahs. I have tried seeds from all kinds of people, and they'll start to grow. And I don't know if there's just something in my soil that doesn't enhance that plant. And I'm not really successful with that. And every time I say it, people send me a different seed. And so far, it hasn't made any difference at all.
Well,
Oh no.
I asked that to encourage people, the even master gardeners can, if you will, fail
Oh, yeah.
at one plant or one tree or something. You know, it doesn't always. It's not always 100% for everybody.
Right. And one thing that we tell people is that, say you planted a fruit tree and it grew for a couple years and then it died. Do not give up on having that type of tree. Perhaps there's something in the soil. Maybe it gets too wet right there. If you want that particular tree, plant it someplace else. And every year you're going to have some kind of failure. It could be weather related, you're too busy. Um, it can be a lot of different things. Maybe the seeds really weren't that good that you got. Try again. You should never give up and say, oh, I can't grow that. Um, and if somebody tells you you can't grow it, don't believe them. Um, because people told me I could not grow overwinter artichokes in Wyoming. Yeah, that's not true. I do have to put about 2 feet of straw over top of them so it insulates them, but I still can grow them.
So what address do you want us to send the loofah seeds to?
I want you to send them to my P.O. box in Wyoming. That's right. Someday I'm going to find the perfect spot for them, and they're going to grow beautifully.
That's right.
Have a good evening, ER. Yeah, not for nothing. Homestead was saying that loofahs are more successful if you direct sow them. They don't like being transplanted.
Yeah, I tried both ways. And I don't know if, I mean, we are very dry in both places. I haven't tried loofahs in Arizona, but in Wyoming, you know, like we could have 6% humidity all summer long, you know, unless it's raining that day. And I think maybe that's part of the issue. I just have to find that perfect place that it loves, and then I'll know. So it's not like I have stopped trying.
Right.
Because I am going to keep trying.
It'll be great. It'll be great. And
Absolutely.
Ginger from Not for Nothing Homestead did have a good loofah season this season. So maybe
Ginger
she's
should
got
send me some of her seeds.
I was going to say maybe she's got a couple seeds she could spare to you. That would be hey, Jersey Dolphins, I did want to say hello to him. That would be a good friend of mine.
It's 7:21. So, did you have any closing thoughts? Want to talk about your channel or any other things you wanted to bring up?
Well, my channel, Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona, is basically on being self-sufficient, self-reliant, and self-sustaining. So that's what I try to, you know, sometimes I veer off talking about something else or doing something else, but that's really my goal of my channel. So if you'd like to subscribe, that would be fabulous.
She's wonderful, y'all. I mean, oh my gosh.
I am part of Round the Hay Bell and Hey Y'all Hey radio channel with Ann. And so that's always a great way to learn about things. But seriously, I just appreciate you guys asking me on because what you're doing is going to make more people more successful, more food security. It's a collaboration that people from all over the place can try. And so I appreciate you guys doing that. It's very kind of you.
Thank you. Miss Sandy is a great gardener and she has so much to share. So definitely go check her out. She's got a great channel. And she does like a ton. She does baking and cooking and seed and gardening and like she even does like glass art and like it's so cool to see her like craft and do all these cool things. So go check her out.
She does it all. It was a joy, Sandy. Again. Always a pleasure.
I was going to minimize the screen so that it was everyone, but I tried that and you froze again. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. It seems to work better this way. But Mr. Jesse, did you want to do the what is it called? Weekly giveaway?
Yes, whenever you're ready. If you're ready now, I can share.
You can have my spot. And then, yeah.
Share first.
Yeah,
You have to put it up.
Yeah, I got it.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. So for this week, we had how many do we have? 11?
This is for the week of February 9th through the 15th.
Yeah, we had 11 entries. So let's see what we're going to be spending for. By the way, for the prize, that's the one on the right.
And this is for the week of this past week.
Right.
Anyone who did a long form update video.
9 through the 15th.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Ginger says, Lisa, please comb Jesse's hair.
Okay. So let me make this a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. So this is what you're playing for.
Nice.
Whoever gets this will be getting
It's a 10-pack of seeds.
Those are cool.
Serena seeds, certified organic leafy green lettuce seeds. And you know what? If you're doing hydroponics, this is awesome. Perfect for hydroponics. Yeah. So, in fact, Lisa pulled a bunch of lettuce off our hydroponics that look just like this for our sandwiches today. So, yep. So that's what we're playing for. So let's go back over here, and we'll stick that over here to the side, and let's see who's gonna win. All right, here we go. This week's winner is
Woohoo! Good luck, everybody. Thank you for all your work.
Lazy days ahead.
Nah.
Oh,
Leonard Mountain Homestead.
Congratulations.
Way to go, Amy. Good for you.
Put it in this
Leonard
video,
Mountain
too.
Homestead.
Survival seeds and pork.
Look at those labels, y'all. I mean,
Those are so cool.
Yep.
Oh.
And by the way, those labels are on this wheel too, so somebody might get those.
Indeed.
Anyway, so there you go. That's
a pen that means everything. So, how can Amy get in touch with someone to be able to?
If you don't have her email address, or not her email address, her physical address, I know I do. So
and we
if
do
you wanted to send, okay,
we have her address. Yes.
cool.
Yay.
I have a
Or-
question.
Yeah.
Whenever you spin that wheel, do those vegetables in the middle, do they get paranoid, think they're getting ready to be a smoothie?
Could be.
Those are distressed grins.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Trying to get that bean to move.
No, he's not having it.
He's still crying.
All right. So
I gotta
this,
get that off.
how do I unshare this? There you go.
I got it.
Congratulations,
it.
Amy, with
Congratulations,
Leonard
Amy.
Mountain Homestead.
Congrats.
Yay.
And if you guys want
10
and if you guys want a chance to be on the weekly wheel, just upload a long form video to YouTube, and if possible, use the Google form on survivalseedscollab.com so we can find it. Also, next week is giveaway week, so get those update videos out there anyway. But there will be an opportunity for chat and everyone to participate as well.
I might have to do an update video, even though on the wheel.
3 minutes or 3 minutes or more.
Yeah, you guys
That
count.
counts as a long video, but you can do shorts as well. We have another wheel for the shorts. So
Yeah.
On the monthly.
Yeah.
on the monthly next week, like she said,
Yeah,
next
next
week's gonna be
Sunday.
the big away, and Miss Ann's gonna give away a car. Can't wait.
Vanilla garden benches with the tool set. It's so
I'm really thinking we should give away like a Hot Wheels now. We just commit to it.
I'm gonna have to show up with a car next week. Daggone it.
So
Have to
rough.
be like a John Deere.
No electric cars though.
No, like,
Yes.
all right,
But thank you guys so much.
Great live, Sandy. Thank you for all that
Thank you for
excellent,
inviting me.
awesome information. I learned.
That
Even
was
I learned
awesome.
something. And if I learned something, it was good.
That's right.
Thank you so much.
Usually I know it already. But not tonight.
You got a question. She's the
Now
one
we
to
can
ask.
see that Lisa agrees with that.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for being here. You were a great person to interview. I hope we can do this again sometime.
Anytime you want.
But this is awesome.
It's going to be great to see old farts in our live every week now. we can say it's old farts.
Yeah, say it now. Hi, old folks.
Oh, PHs. Oh, PHs.
Yeah.
You have to say farts then?
Right? Farts? Wow.
That's
Some
it.
of the channels, I'll tell you, some of the channels people come up with is just like Be Charming. Who
So
would've come up with-
creative.
who would have thought Be Charming?
I love
Yeah.
it.
But they have bees, so I can understand the title.
So
Yeah.
before
Thank
we
you.
get off, I do want to say, please keep everyone in Kentucky, Virginia, West Virginia, all around the areas, Tennessee, of all the flooding that has going on, the storms that have happened, and the storms that are still coming across our
Yeah.
country. That we pray for a hedge of protection around everyone, because that weather, man, it doesn't know what it's doing.
Right.
We had 3 inches last night,
Goodness.
or all day yesterday, and then it froze, and then it snowed on top of it.
It's nuts.
It's been crazy.
Yep.
Our snow is almost gone. And our winter is almost over.
That's
nice.
so lucky, actually.
Ours is just
Enjoy
getting
that.
started.
We still
Rubbing
have,
that in a little.
You
still
talk
have
about a
months.
microclimate. Lori has a microclimate that is
Absolutely.
unbelievable. Just around her yard.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all check out Ryan Hall, y'all.
Indeed. Yep.
Yeah.
He's a good weatherman.
He is.
Hey, Terry. Thanks so much for being here. Thank you also to our coordinators, Andale Homestead, Lorrie from Lorrie's World, and Trey. You guys
So
do,
you're gonna hit me.
and Trey. You guys do so much for the collaboration, and we really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for all you do. And thank you to our co-hosts, Bushcraft Family and Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Thank you so much for helping us make this collaboration and for sticking with it, and for all that you do with the collaboration. We really appreciate you.
We appreciate you too.
Yes.
And everyone in the chat, thank you guys so much for being here. This was a ton of fun. Thank you for asking questions and shouting each other out. It's such a great community that we have going, and this would not be what it is without you guys. So thank you so much.
Very true.
So like not for nothing Homestead, Miss Liz, Mr. Peter, and Penny. And I do not. And B and
So
Dana
mature for it.
and Grace. No, this is gonna have like repercussions as soon as we get off the live.
Oh well.
I'm in Canada, Rob.
Somebody's in trouble.
Yeah. Lori's in Canada.
I am in Canada.
Uh-oh, they're muted now.
Uh-oh.
Girls, I don't hear you, sweetheart. But anyway, we're gonna
Oh, did I click?
Yeah, she
I
clicked the mute button on the
mic.
microphone.
Stay away from the buttons.
Yeah,
It's like right there and it's blinking red.
One job, Kayla,
Have you
I can't help
never
it.
have you never watched a movie ever? You don't click the blinking red button.
But have a great night, everyone. Thank you guys so much for being
Thank you.
here.
Bye.
everybody.
See you next week.
Good night.